were having a big challenge ahead. We were applying for a marketing authorization and we were behind schedule. We observed that there was a need to improve. That was the main reason why we started doing this.
We were expecting some successful outcome. This didn't materialize. And then the organization realized that actually we were not ready to tackle that challenge. We needed help, we needed support, and you know, the only way you can get out from this situation is finding your motivation, your energy from yourself. You may look into others helping you, but eventually it is about you.
In November of 2021, we were invited to do an intervention in Finland. The company had an important task that needed to be performed quickly, and it required the whole company to work as one team instead of having different parts that were not talking so much or not as well as they should to perform the biggest challenge they ever had in front of them. So this big challenge required them to work together at the level of the management team, at the level of the middle management team. So we were invited to design something specific for them.
The situation changed dramatically. From a small group, we have now almost 300 employees working here in Kuopio, Finland. Moving from a mindset of research and development to a commercial one is a complete shift with totally different regulation, requirements. The routine day is different. Work with large amount of people according to strict procedures. Everything changed.
So what we designed is an intervention in 3 steps. One is called Inside Myself, which is how our behaviors can impact negatively the other team members. In other words, how my behaviors can be counterproductive to my team members. Then we looked at the dynamic inside each team and the challenges they had in front of them. And this intervention we call Inside My Team, which brings cohesion, alignment, and working together as a team. Once the team is constructed, then doesn't mean that a series of teams is an organization. So the third part of the intervention is inside my organization. Inside my organization, each team presents their projects, challenges, difficulties, and what they need from other teams. And they negotiate with other teams to get what they need to perform their work well. Sometimes when you ask to another team, they need to ask to a third team. And this brings the company together and align a streamline of work together. So we had these 3 interventions, and usually we suggest that it goes with a follow-up.
This made the meetings really effective. They felt they were more in charge. They could decide what to scale up to the leaders. So they took charge of more decisions, which strengthened them, and they understood that they had to do the same with their own teams. The leaders were freed of time because managers started to take more decisions by themselves instead of scaling up. What was scaled up was really fewer strategic issues that they couldn't address themselves. So it was a really nice process on the go while they were working that helped them take their space and fully get responsible of each of their positions, as they are in the middle between the leaders and their teams. So they really understood what was needed for their teams as they needed it in regard to the leaders.
After the seminar, we have started to work and collaborate better together. So all different departments, they started to work in a more intensive manner together in order to get the job done. So if you work more intensively together, and then also you get to know each other better, and in that sense you also understand each other better, and that way the atmosphere gets better.
Now on the commercial side, to lead large groups and to do it in a different mode, you need your leaders to be in a different mindset. So start shifting this mindset will take time, but it started.
They had a timeline that before the intervention seemed impossible to meet. Not only they met it, but they were ahead of time for several weeks. For me, the most important part is that not only they were on time and effective, but they enjoyed what they were doing. And I think it goes together. When you enjoy and inspire what we do, the result is, of course, much better.
Yeah, actually, yes. I am more optimistic. We got the job done. We were even 2 weeks ahead of time. And I think that in general, I'm an optimistic person by myself, but I think in general we achieved more optimism within the company.
It was precious, the work we did in November in Finland, and I think it allowed them to be more effective, to enjoy the process more, and to get much more closer to the results they want to get. Not because we taught them some techniques how to get to the result, but I think we opened horizon for them to see what prevented, which part of them prevented, and that allowed them to work on themselves. So I believe that they did most of the work on their own. We just gave the space and understanding of it. That's what I really, really love about our work with companies and with teams especially.
As a leader, I kind of learned also to look at myself, to how do my own actions impact others, and how can I support both myself and the other. I think that my team members in general feel more comfortable and better heard.
They asked us to do again another intervention 6 months later in May, and it was wonderful to work with them, because they enjoyed their work, they knew why, they knew what they wanted to do. It was really a beautiful time we spent together. It was really joyful. So I wish every company to decide to do that journey, to work together in a joyful, effective, inspiring way.
This is something which stays within yourself. It's not something which you forget.
We had very intensive intervention, like 18 days of seminars, workshops, coaching with the top and middle management. And I loved what we did, and I saw some results at that time, but I was very surprised after 6 months in May 2022 when we visited them, and I saw the same people, but they were totally in a different state of working. How much they were enjoying their work and how much they were engaged in the process and how much they were discussing together, all together, what is the best way to do and tackle their challenge.
It was a period of high stress when we did the seminar. People was concerned because they were expecting a lot of a challenge during the following months. Say, you know, this is one of the key questions was, is this the right time to really reflect on that? It was the right time because we have seen then people tackling the challenges with much higher confidence, and actually everything went very smoothly, and we delivered what we were expecting to deliver within the timeline, and actually I had a couple of weeks ahead of timeline.